All right, we have Ashutosh Pandey, DW correspondent, joining us from Berlin. Ashutosh, this is not for the first time that Europe has fallen a victim to such attack again. What do you make of this modus operandi where no weapons, no artillery was used, but at the same time the fear, the terror inflicted by such a big vehicle targeting pedestrians, innocent people? What do you make of this terror attack, and how big is it a challenge to meet?
Well, Preeti, right. This is not the first time that Europe has seen such an attack. It happened here in Berlin, happened in Nice. And yes, these are cheap weapons that these terrorists are using and trying to cause maximum destruction and impact. And that's where the biggest challenge is actually for the police to apprehend any of these attacks or to even foil them, right? Because there has to be a lot of intelligence beforehand to go about to actually curtail any of such attacks. But having said that, most of the times when these attacks have taken place, they've used rented cars that police cannot really trace. I mean, what's important for police at this point in time is to actually track down those suspected people, and try and reject the directory of suspects, and always keep them under investigation or check, and I should closely follow them. But so far it's been a huge challenge. Even here in Berlin, the person who actually carried on the attack in Berlin was a suspect, and he was supposed to be deported, but then he wasn't sent back, and then he went on to carry on that attack in Berlin on a Christmas market.
Right, Mr. Pandey, Spain has come under attack in over a decade now, and the Barcelona attack is the latest in a series of attacks, vehicular attacks that we've been witnessing in Europe. Of course, it's a challenge, as you're also saying, to actually, keep the checks in place and to make preventive arrests and preventive detentions on the basis of any suspicion that whatsoever may come to notice. And we understand that another terror strike has been thwarted. 4 attackers have been arrested in Cambrils, the south of Barcelona. What do we know so far of the situation there on the ground as far as the Barcelona terror attack is concerned? We understand the manhunt, the massive manhunt is currently underway, even as 2 people have been arrested.
Well, yes, the manhunt is on. 2 people have been arrested. As Siddhant mentioned in that report, though none of them is the driver. So, yeah, and as far as the second incident is concerned, the second incident is taking place on the sea coast in the same Catalonia state, and that's where the action is actually taking place, and the police say that now another of the suspects has been killed. So now it's 5 people who've been shot dead by the police there, while 2 others have been detained. So clearly the massive manhunt is underway at this point of time, and also an operation. And there are suspicions now that the attack that took place in Barcelona, Les Ramblas, is not the only, is part of a bigger plan, and perhaps multiple attacks were planned, and this one was foiled, fortunately. And there was another bomb that went off. There is still no connection between the attacks, but police is actually saying that there could be some sort of a connection between the incidents that have taken place in all the 3 places.
All right, so 5 people shot dead and 2 detentions have taken place, is what you're saying, Mr. Pandey. Well, thanks very much for joining us here on Doordarshan News and sharing all those details. Mr. Ashutosh Pandey, who's joining us from Deutsche Welle, Germany's international broadcaster.